Hi, welcome back to Cooking with Connor with co-chef O'Neill. And today we have a special guest from the restaurant Jingfong and fellow classmate Will Chen.
Hi guys, today I brought a traditional dumpling recipe from Fuzhou, China, which my parents brought to America when they immigrated here.
To start making the dumplings, we need to make the dough. First, you need to pour 1 3/4 cups of flour into a bowl. Once the flour is in the bowl, slowly pour 150 milliliters of cold water into the flour and mix for 5 minutes. Once the flour and water are mixed together, knead the dough in the bowl until it does not stick to the bowl anymore. Once the dough is not sticking to the bowl anymore, flour a workspace and place the dough onto it. Then knead it for another 10 minutes until smooth looking. While making the dough, here are some facts about dumplings. Will's family is from a city in southeast China called Fuzhou, which is where this jiaozi or water dumpling recipe originates from. Archaeologists have found evidence of dumplings being eaten in China during the Tang Dynasty as far back as 3600 BC. Also, dumplings were most likely invented as a way to stretch a small amount of meat to feed more people because China has always had a large population. The final step is to roll the dough into a ball, wrap in cellophane, and place in the fridge to rest until the filling is done being made.
Now it's time to make the filling. First, take 300 grams of ground pork and carefully cut open its packaging. Once all the packaging is open, put all of the pork, including the packaging, into a bowl. And yes, I am wearing a Michigan apron. Do not question me why I own one. After we put the pork in the bowl, we take 2 spring onions and attempt to finely cut them up. Once they are not finely cut, we add them to the pork mixture. With the not finely cut up onions in the bowl, it is time to make things spicy. First up is adding 1 tablespoon of finely grated ginger into the concoction. Next, we add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce into the bowl. After the soy sauce is added, we ground salt and pepper to one's taste. Yes, I do like pepper a lot. Finally, we perfectly crack open 1 egg and add it to the filling mixture. Kobe. Once everything is in the bowl, we mix it all together with our hands, making sure all the flavors get to know each other. And yes, I did wash my hands multiple times, so please don't claim I didn't, Ian. Mushy.
Now we will make the sauce. The first step is to pour 2 tablespoons of soy sauce into the bowl. Next, we will struggle to open the rice vinegar. Then we pour 2 tablespoons of it into the mixture. After the vinegar is added, we add in 1 teaspoon of sugar. We follow the sugar up with 1 teaspoon of finely ground ginger. Next, we rustle with the chili powder. Then we add in a teaspoon of it. After all the chili powder is added, we finely cut up green onions, unlike someone else in the video, and then add them into the sauce. Finally, grind salt and pepper into the sauce to enhance the flavors. Also, make sure not to drop the salt cap onto the floor. For the last step, we mix all the ingredients together to make sure your mouth enters Flavor Town.
Now with the sauce and filling complete, we can finally start to assemble our dumplings. The first step in assembling our dumplings is to take half of our dough ball and roll it out into a log, which makes it easier to get the correct size dumpling wrappers. Once the dough log is the desired thickness, we take a knife, which I've watched multiple times, and cut the log into smaller dumpling sized pieces.
Take the dumpling-sized pieces of dough and press them out with the palm of your hands, and then use the rolling pin to finish making them into a thin circle.
Once the dough is flattened into circular pieces, take a liberal amount of filling and place it into the middle. Proceed to crimp the edges around the dumpling, enclosing the filling. Now that the dumplings are made, we can move the dumplings into the boiling water to be cooked. Once the water is boiling, we can put in all of our dumplings to cook. The dumplings are finished once they all float to the surface. Once all the dumplings have floated to the top of the pot, we can remove them one by one and let them rest. Once the dumplings have completely rested, we can finally plate them like they would at any 5-star restaurant or Jing Fong. Okay, so we have Haley and Will trying out the dumplings, and neither of them know how to use chopsticks. Haley, you gotta use. How would you rate them on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being like Carmine cooking and 10 being Jing Fong.
A good 7.
Bro.
Really? They're not raw? Hey, Haley's turn. Haley. Haley, what do you think? A scale of 1 to 10?
Good, I've never had a dumpling before, so I don't really know.
Would you have them again? Is Connor and O'Neill good cooks?
Sure.
What about Will?
I don't know, did he do anything?
He made the sauce.
It's good.
Okay, so overall thumbs up? Nice. That's the sauce too.
You know how to go at squeeze, right?
Oh, no, I got it.
Like it's old, dry humor, but she was.
I haven't seen you the whole thing.
That was good.
How are they, Carmine?
That's good.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
A scale of 1 to 10. 1 being Carmine's cooking, 10 being Jing Fong.
Say a solid, like, 8.7.
So you just admitted your cooking's bad.
So I did this for the sake of the video, man.